this week, 5 years ago, more than likely remember exactly where, because that was the week the entire world changed. As the then newly named COVID pandemic started to tighten its grip on us, so many of us were shell-shocked by the overwhelming thought of what we did not know. A few, though, including one Philadelphia physician, got to work figuring out what we did know and what we could do about it. Geronda Thomas looks back tonight.
We have pediatrics, we have geriatrics.
Care in a community that could otherwise go without. It's why the Dr. Ayla Stanford Center for Health Equity was purposefully built in North Philadelphia.
One of the lowest life expectancy communities in the nation.
But Dr. Ayla Stanford knows her health center wouldn't exist if it weren't for COVID.
It would not have been here.
It was March of 2020, a freshly declared pandemic. And in the first 2 months of that pandemic, Black residents had the highest death rates of any ethnic group in the Mid-Atlantic region. Our 6ABC data team found April 2020 marked the first peak of weekly COVID case rates in the Black community. It was nearly triple the rate of white residents. Still, African American communities were not receiving the resources they needed. That's when Stanford, a pediatric surgeon, knew she had to do something.
I reached out to city, state, and federal officials to say, how can I help?
She founded the COVID-19 Black Doctors Consortium. They went to communities with the highest transmission rates and death rates, providing education, testing, and vaccines.
We were accepting all the people being turned away from other places, the uninsured and the underinsured.
Originally skipped over for a city contract, they stepped in when the city severed ties with the organization Philly Fighting COVID. Local leaders now credit Stanford with saving countless lives, her advocacy catapulting her into the international spotlight.
Every time I spoke, it was an opportunity to get the message out.
Stanford details her journey in her book, which is now being used as a textbook as she teaches future healthcare professionals.
Everything that she wants to do within the community and helping our patients, it is an absolute inspiration.
5 years after the pandemic, this difference-making doctor continues to focus on care for all communities.
They deserve expert, compassionate care.
The Dr. Ayla Stanford Center for Health Equity is growing. In addition to this location, which is adjacent to Deliverance Evangelistic Church here in North Philadelphia, there's now also a second location. It's in the Holmesburg section of Northeast Philadelphia. In North Philadelphia, Geronda Thomas, Channel 6 Action News.